In a time when women are trying to break out the six stereotypes and are not meeting others' expectations but only theirs. In a time when no profession has a gender associated to it. In a time when there is no age limit to make your dreams come true. Why are still some people scared to pursue what they really want? Hello NMIMS Indore, welcome back to our podcast. I am Darshika Ajmera, your host for the day. I feel there's no better person to talk about this topic than our guest, Miss Sonali Swami. Mrs. Sonali Swami is a mother, an international award-winning fitness athlete, an Asian Championship Bronze medalist, a certified Zumba instructor, a performing arts professional, an independent business owner, and an entrepreneur. So, ma'am, how are you doing today?
I'm doing wonderful and I absolutely love your beautiful smile.
Thank you so much.
Thank you for having me.
Ma'am, to begin with, I would really like to start by asking, because that is something I was really curious about. How is the experience of wearing India's jersey and representing our country?
Oh my
it
God.
must feel awesome.
Absolutely. I mean, who wouldn't, right? You take great pride to be an Indian. I absolutely love the feeling, and also the fact that I come from an army background. It just hold a special heart, because we are it's like soldiers,
Yeah.
देश के लिए कर रहे हैं. So sports people are just like that. And wearing the country's jersey for the very first time for an unconventional sport, breaking all the stereotypes, that was a beautiful moment.
It was a proud moment for everybody,
Absolutely.
ma'am. I was going through a podcast, and that's when I was very shocked by hearing that even you were conscious about your body in the initial times.
Yeah.
I mean, that goes on with everybody, I guess.
True.
When gain weight, nothing fits, everything sucks, and you don't want to go out, and you're like, I just don't feel good about myself.
Right.
I think the problem with that is, since we don't feel good about ourselves, we think about everybody feeling that way for us. What is your advice for everybody who thinks like that, including me?
You are absolutely right. I think it's us. We are doing that to ourselves. We are self-sabotaging. People don't have that kind of time to think about others. We are also engrossed in our lives that we are more worried about what we have to do next. So we just assume that others feel the worst about you, which is absolutely wrong. But I wish I knew this. And other girls understand this, especially when they are young. While growing up, you're always comparing yourself with others, and you always feel that you're not good enough, you don't fit in, you need to be better, you need to be somebody else. You understand it much later in your life. So this is my advice to every single person out there, not just women, but every person out there. You are amazing just the way you are. You may not realize it now, but you have immense potential and you are capable of greatness. All you need to do is find that something that makes you you. Don't be in somebody else's zone. You just want to fit in. Don't be that person. You're supposed to stand out. So once you stand out, you know your capabilities. Be so good at it that people cannot ignore you. So if there's one advice, you have all the potential. You just don't know that yet.
Yes.
But now that you know, and I have told you, you know it. So just listen to your heart and be in your lane, do the best and be your best version.
Ma'am, throughout your amazing journey, can you pinpoint at this turning point where you realize that you have this in you and there's no getting back? What was that turning point, or maybe a small moment where you realized that this is my thing, I am going to exceed here?
Yeah, when I took up weight training, and there were so many people who were talking behind my back, and I could make out, because obviously people will be very good to you. But you understand what the story is, going around, what are they talking about, and people were all hush hush, but there was a lot of negativity around, and most people wanted to know why am I even doing it? I'm absolutely fine. Why is she taking up weight training and bodybuilding? Because isn't it just for men?
Right.
And the fact that people were actually noticing the change in my body. And I absolutely felt good. I was feeling good. But before I could see the change, the transformation in my body, it was others. The others could see the change. The others could see my shoulders popping. The others could see my abs little more chiseled, or let's say little more tighter. So I was looking much more fitter and stronger. So I think that was something that was probably scaring them a bit, because I was just the same. I was like any other person, but then I was getting little better. So I think that was the point. That was the breakthrough. I was underestimating myself all this while. I thought I'm not going to achieve anything in my life, and here they are, not liking me. Probably I'm doing something right. Right? Isn't that it? When you're excelling, there is a lot of negativity. So you know that you're doing something right. So I think that was the point when I realized I am not going to give up, because I absolutely enjoy. It is so empowering. It's making me a better person, not just as an athlete or as a coach or as an instructor, because I was just an instructor when I took up, but it was making me a better person. It was making me a better wife, a better mom, because I was in a much better state of mind. I was not irrational. I had more resilience, and I had much more patience, that I could deal with lot of stuff with ease. So it made me a better individual. But that was the point. When everybody started talking about me, I thought I'm doing something right. Yep, this is it. Let's just do it.
Ma'am, you talked about negativity and trolling. I mean, in today's era, everybody, like every single one of sitting in this room, has faced trolling or maybe a bit of like social media banter that happens. And I think you would have had your fair share of that. You broke stereotypes. Age, marriage, children, people would have pointed fingers. I mean, sometimes it just gets to your head, and it's impossible to ignore it. So is there a healthy way to deal, or do you just ignore it after a point? What is the process?
You're absolutely right when you say everybody goes through it, whether you're a celebrity, whether you're a normal person. If you're out there on on the social media, if you're putting your life out there, people feel like they have all the rights to say whatever they want to say. I personally believe that if you don't have anything constructive to give, you either be quiet or you can just scroll. There are days, most of the days, I try to ignore, because I know that's exactly what they're looking for. They're looking for some reaction. The moment you give that reaction, they have won. And there is a conversation back and forth, back and forth. You do not want to waste your time on that. But there are days when you are already feeling quite low. You've had a nasty day and it just hits you. You open up your Instagram account, or there is a notification. That's the very reason I've switched off all my notifications, because I don't want that thing around me. So my phone is off at 9 o'clock, 9 p.m. sharp, and my phone is on once, probably after 8 or 9. So I don't want to see that notification, but there are days when it just hurts you like anything, and I really want to give it back, with all the beep, 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 beep. I want to do it, because how dare you? You have no idea what I'm going through. You have no idea what my life has been, my journey has been so far. So what I do, I have done this couple of times. I reply to the person with kindness, to kill them with kindness. I try to make them understand, I'm a human. It's a sport. It's a choice that I made for myself. I'm not hurting or disrespecting anyone. Would you please let me be me? I try to be as kind as possible, because I still feel genuinely deep inside everybody is good. I feel that they are portraying what they may be going through in their lives.
The insecurities.
Right? Yes,
are just
insecurities. They did not get enough support. They did not have these options, or stuff wasn't available. They may be going through a tough phase. So let me be kind. But if that does not work, then tit for tat. Honestly, I just block it. Give it first and then block. I don't want to hear.
Love the approach. Ma'am, when you talked about having bad days, you must have had many bad days. What is this one go-to place, your peace place? What is this one thing that you love to calm your mind? There has to be one.
I am a homebody. I'm a Cancerian. I'm a true Cancerian. So I'm a homebody. At the end of the day, I want to be at home, no matter where I am. And the fact that I have 5 cats. So now that my daughter is out of the house, otherwise I love spending time with my family. That's my, the way I try to relax and have a good time. But then I have 5 cats, and all 5 cats are adopted. I have 3 Indies and 2 Persians, and I just feel everybody needs a pet. because they love you unconditionally. They don't judge you, because even the kids can do that, your spouse can do that, your friends can do that. Not, they don't want to hurt you, but it's human nature. You may end up judging, but the pets, they just love, they want to be loved, and they love you back without any strings attached. So that is the best way. That's what I do every time I'm feeling low. I go off social media. I don't want social media. That's not my thing. I'm on social media because I feel that I connect to a lot of women, especially everyone, but most importantly, women, Indian women who feel like their life has to take a back seat after they've become moms and mothers. I don't want that. I feel that you can do everything and be a great mom and be a great wife as well. So that's the reason why I'm on social media. But if I need my peace of mind, social media, phone is the last thing that I want to touch. And my cats, thank God for that.
Can I just say, ma'am has just advised, have a pet. That's like
Yes.
that's your go-to advice.
God, even the scientists have, scientists have clearly said that having a pet can be a major stress buster. Yeah. So it's, why not move around? That's another way to get rid of anxiety and depression and be in a better state of mind. But having pets, it just brightens up your day. That's how I enjoy, with a good cup of adrak masale wali chai.
Ma'am, your husband has been your rock, your biggest supporter throughout. I mean, I just feel that it must have been so good to come back home to a person who's welcoming you with open arms. I mean, it's very difficult to get. So can I just ask, how did you guys meet?
Okay. I'm not sure if you will be surprised or not, but this was a typical arranged marriage. मैंने चाय नहीं, बट मैंने कोल्ड कॉफ़ी बनाई थी, ट्रे में लेकर गई थी, और फिर अगले दिन 5 बजे he called me up and he said, मुझे आप पसंद हो.
It was a typical arranged
It was an arranged marriage.
Looking at you
And
guys, I
know, but you know what? I say this is the best thing that ever happened to me. I got married fairly young. I was 23 when I got married. And both of us are from Gwalior. So he absolutely immediately he said, मुझे पसंद हो. और मैंने बोला कि ठीक है, जो मम्मी पापा कहेंगे. But to this state, I absolutely, I am so blessed and so fortunate to have somebody who has been by my side through thick and thin. I mean, how many men can you name who would let their wives take up this unconventional sport, bodybuilding, almost at the age where people usually retire, nearing 40, right, with 2 school going kids. When you take up a competitive sport, you become selfish. You have to, because there's no other way. You want to win, you want to be your best, so you become so selfish that everything else has to be ignored. Everything else. So whether it's your household work, whether it's your kids' school functions, everything comes second. Yes. Yeah. So he has been my pillar of strength since day one. Every single competition that I have played, he has been there with me. He makes sure that my diet is on track. He made sure that my tan, we have to tan our bodies, bodybuilders. He made sure he would tan, and he would make sure that the color of the tan is perfect, that the bikini that I am wearing is the way it should be. My hair is done right. My posing it is right. Am I eating well? Am I sleeping well? So I don't know, that many men who would actually, he gave up his job. He took a premature retirement 4 years back. He was on, at the topmost level in the IT industry. But he said, I just want to roam around. I want to be with you, and I want to be with the family. And I think I've done enough in my life for myself. Now I just want to enjoy and be with you guys. So
it's such a rare story.
Yeah, so the fact when there are a lot of men who come and comment only for the sake of, oh, you look good, you look hot, your husband is extremely lucky. Guys, you have no idea who's the lucky one here, because I cannot imagine you who's saying that you look very hot to let your wife be where I am. So A, you are one pathetic male. B, you cannot even come closer to the man I am married to, and C, I am the luckiest one. So
I feel like when people think about the judgment being passed, they think about you. But I feel he would have had the same fair of judgments. I think this has been a journey for him as well, and one where he might have been judged to another level, even in at times
You
more
let
than
yeah,
you.
I got it. Your man is really something that he lets you do this. So I can only imagine. It's just that he has a big heart and he is a much calmer person, honestly. He does not let anything bother him. He has such resilience in him that he does not let anything bother his mind, his decisions. If he has made it, he will adhere to them. And that's the quality most of us lack. I definitely lack because things do affect me very deeply. But he does not let his mind or his heart, intertwine. He keeps them separately because it's important. कभी कभी आपका दिल आ सकता है किसी पर्टिकुलर चीज़ पे और आपका डिसीजन गड़बड़ा सकता है. So you need that kind of mentality and mindset.
I feel like it's fair to say for behind every successful woman there is a wise man.
Absolutely.
There is.
Absolutely.
Ma'am, talking about sports, do you still feel like even in 2023 there is a lack of enthusiasm among women when it comes to sports, fitness? What do you think is still the reason that women are still hesitant about the fact that they should have a career in sports? Like dancing is good, singing is good, but why not sports?
आई थिंक द रूट कॉज इज़ अभी भी हमारे परिवार में और हमारी फैमिलीज़ में थे वो जो माइंडसेट है ना दैट यू स्टिल नीड टू गेट a job. A job is a job. It pays you. When it comes to taking up a sport, उसकी एक shelf life है. So either people are worried or the family is more worried. Or if you're a girl, you feel that opportunities तो हैं, but again at the end of the day वो मुझे कहाँ तक लेकर जाएगी? Because there's only so much that you can do. और या फिर opportunities ही नहीं है because you come from such a place, small town, that you would have to travel to a bigger city, you will have to spend lot of money. It's not only about the opportunities, it is about money as well, financial. Honestly, it takes lot of money. Yes, your hard work, but then out of 10, how many people would go in a basketball team or in a cricket team? There are hundreds and hundreds of athletes there, but then the team can only pick so many, few. What are the rest of the people going to do? So everybody is thinking about the exact same thing. What if I am not chosen? What if I'm not picked? What's next? I need to have a plan B. So what happens is that they actually focusing on plan B, because if I need to fall back, I need to have something. I need some safety net. Right. So I need a 9 to 5 job. That's more important because at least then I am assured of a regular income.
Ma'am, did the same thought occur to you, your family, or maybe your in-laws while you were initially convincing them for the same?
No. When I started my bodybuilding career, I was already married. I already had kids, and I had a job. I was working as a fitness instructor. Okay. So I did have a job, but then I felt I could manage everything else. It was not like I was a 20 something and I had to find a job. So I was at a much better position. So I can speak for myself that I was at a much better position that I could think about taking up a sport. Right. But my only problem was the sport itself. The sport was bodybuilding, unheard of, female bodybuilding in India in 2013, 2014. So my first competition was in 2014. Nobody knew anything about it. I didn't know anything about it. My trainer did not know anything about it. And of course, the people around me, they were like clueless. What is it? Are you going to pose like Arnold Schwarzenegger or Arnold Schwarzenegger in a bikini? Or what is it? What do you do? Yeah. So all of us were newbies. We had no idea. So it was all trial and error method. We went through the website, we checked, and I was like little scared because the moment you write, you type bodybuilding, female bodybuilding, the pictures that come across, they are all on steroids. I'm sorry, they are all on steroids. They are the huge, humongous, lot of muscles, female, and So I understand where the negativity is coming from. It's these pictures. So people don't have we need to still educate people about this sport. There are different categories in bodybuilding, and the bodybuilding category that I compete in, it's an athletic category. So I compete in that, which is you just look like you, but more chiseled and sharpened, and with a nice symmetry of your body. Of course, you do carry more muscle than an average looking average woman, but you're much more athletic looking. So there's a difference. So there are 4 categories. There are 4 different categories in bodybuilding, and people always confuse it with the biggest, the topmost category, where you are compared, in the weight category. When I compete, I'm usually in the height category. It's always the height for us, whereas for the hardcore builders, which is the 4th category, it is all about the weight. Yeah. So yes, that's the only thing. So bodybuilding is like Arnold Schwarzenegger. Bodybuilders is John Cena, because all the WWE, WWF guys are also huge bodybuilders as well. I mean, they also lift weights, huge weights.
Can I just say, when the first time I heard that I'll be taking a bodybuilder's interview, my first image.
Yes.
In
So
my
she must
mind,
be a huge.
I was like, I'm gonna be very intimidated. No. And then I searched your Instagram. I was like, wait, what?
Yeah.
By the way, can I just say, while I was talking on your Instagram, your reels, they are full of grace and confidence. I was so blown. I mean, you are an inspiration. Can I just say that when you yourself put yourself out there, you're inspiring people your age, women your age, that it is okay. It is okay if you are confident. You must have felt this age barrier when you were pursuing your dream, and I think a lot of women out there feel the same. They feel like, since it's India, you can't. So how do you go about explaining them, or maybe motivating them regarding the same? Because you're out there, you're confident, you don't care what, now that you've reached this level, what is your advice for those people who are still hesitant? Will it look good? Should I put myself out? So what is your advice for that?
When I started the journey at the age of 38, I must give the credit to the brands who reached out to me, because I never thought that a brand would want to pick a 38-year-old mother for their whatever that they want to be endorsed. A brand would go for a young face, a young generation, because most kids, I mean, that's where the marketing and the sales would go, usually to a young person. So I definitely want to give the credit that the brands are also open. They are also ready to go to anyone, irrespective of the age and gender, as long as they inspire, they connect with the audience, they connect with the people. So they saw something in me. They thought that I bring something to the table. I bring value to their product, to their content, or whatever. So I must give it to them. But coming to how you can be comfortable in your own skin, wear whatever you want to wear, do whatever that you want to do, yes, it's not going to be easy. Because हमारा first reaction हमेशा होता ही है कि जब भी हम कुछ अलग चीज़ देखते हैं, कुछ different चीज़ देखते हैं, तो या तो वो हमें स्केयर करेगा, क्योंकि ऐसा पहले कभी हुआ नहीं है. तो जब हमें कोई चीज़ स्केयर करती है, डराती है, तो हमारा रिएक्शन हमेशा नेगेटिव ही लिखता है. कोई हंसता नहीं है, कोई आदमी रोता है या मतलब जताता है कि उसको डर लग रहा है, तो वो नेगेटिविटी ही आती है. तो अगर मैंने अपनी लाइफ में वाइल ग्रोइंग अप, फॉर मी अ 40+ वॉज ऑलवेज एन आंटी, अ 40+ वॉज ऑलवेज एन ओल्ड लेडी. बट थिंग्स हैव चेंज्ड. ये बताना हमारे आने वाली जनरेशन के लिए बहुत ज़रूरी है. नाउ यू नो दैट अ 48-year-old or a 49-year-old woman can look amazing. She does not have to look a certain way. She can look and wear whatever the way she chooses to look or wear. So that's an amazing thing. So this is what unintentionally I'm not forcing it. I'm not telling everybody कि तुम्हें मेरे जैसा देखना है, because हम सबकी लाइफस्टाइल डिफरेंट है, अपब्रिंगिंग डिफरेंट है, चॉइसेस डिफरेंट हैं, गोल्स डिफरेंट हैं, ड्रीम्स भी डिफरेंट है. हर कोई तो एथलीट नहीं बनना चाहता, हर कोई बॉडी बिल्डर नहीं बनना चाहता है. तो मैं किसी को ये राय भी नहीं दूंगी कि आप 1 घंटा या 2 घंटा जिम में बिताओ, क्योंकि सबकी अपनी डिमांडिंग लाइफस्टाइल है, स्ट्रेस है. बट एक चीज़ जो मैं सबको कहना चाहती हूँ, डोंट वी ऑल वांट टू बी फिट एंड हेल्दी? ये तो हम सबके लिए है, ये ज़रूरी भी है. वी ऑल वांट टू बी फिट एंड हेल्दी. The idea of you staying fit and healthy till the last breath that you take, बहुत लोगों के लिए ये इसीलिए वो एब्जॉर्ब नहीं कर पाते इस चीज़ को, क्योंकि उन्होंने कभी देखा ही नहीं है. ये उन्होंने कभी देखा ही नहीं कि 48 में भी आप बेहतर लग सकते हो, फिट हो सकते हो, स्ट्रॉन्ग हो सकते हो, और वो सब कर सकते हो जो आपका दिल करता है. क्योंकि हमारे पास कभी वो चीज़ें हमने वाइल ग्रोइंग अप हमने कभी देखी नहीं थी, बट अब लोग देख रहे हैं. तो मेरे प्लेटफॉर्म के थ्रू मैं किसी को फोर्स नहीं करती हूँ, बस मैं ये बोलती हूँ कि आई एम सो हैप्पी डूइंग वट एवर दैट आई एम डूइंग. डोंट यू वॉन्ट दैट इन योर लाइफ? आई थिंक वो कहीं ना कहीं वो बात जो है इनडायरेक्टली उन तक पहुँच जाती है. they get that, you know, if she can do it. I get up at 4:30, I go for my walk, because it's not because I'm doing some cardio, it's because I connect to myself. I get that peace, that little time to reflect and understand कि मैं आज का दिन कैसे प्रोडक्टिव कर सकती हूँ, क्या चीज़ें मैं अभी ख़त्म कर सकती हूँ, किन चीज़ों पे मेरा फोकस ज़रूरी है, so that I can be better, little better, and I can be a better human, better mother, better wife around the people. You know, मतलब nobody wants a nasty person around them. So अपने लिए कुछ टाइम निकालो, अपने लिए कुछ करो. अगर अपने लिए कुछ कर रहे हो तो you are happy, और जब आप खुश हो तो डेफिनेटली इट विल रिफ्लेक्ट ना आपकी रिलेशनशिप पे भी, आपके काम पे भी, आपके करियर पे, आपके प्रोफेशनल वर्क पे, हर चीज़ पे वो रिफ्लेक्ट करेगा. तो वो चीज़ जो है आई थिंक मेरे अकाउंट के थ्रू माई, वेदर दे आर थ्रू माई स्टोरीज और वेदर थ्रू माई पोस्ट्स, डायरेक्टली और इनडायरेक्टली लोगों तक पहुंचती है, वाइफ्स तक पहुंचती है, किसी की सिस्टर के लिए पहुंचती है. somebody just messages me and tells me कि I have, you know, asked my sister to follow you. That's amazing. Women are following, but the men or boys also follow me for different reason. Somebody is just inspired that if you can do it at 48, I'm only 21 and I think I should, you know, focus on my health. It's not about bodybuilding, but just in general being more serious about my health. Or my wife admires you and she is the one who, you know, shared your profile with me, and it's amazing to see that she feels like there is hope. As simple as that. She feels like there is hope. Hope, I mean, ladies just give up hope because they are married. They give up hope because they have kids. So now everything is about the family. And what about you? So I feel, अगर मुझे पता है कि अगर घर में अगर मम्मी खुश होती थी तो सब लोग खुश होते थे, बट अगर जिस दिन मम्मी चिल्ला रही है उस दिन घर ऊपर नीचे है. So ladies, please take care of yourself. Be happy, because that's what your family deserves. That's what you deserve. Absolutely.
Yes. Ma'am, towards the end of the TEDx that I saw, I think one message that stayed with me was a quote that you stated, which said, "It's never too late to follow your dreams." Towards concluding this podcast, I just would like you to convey a message to everyone out there who's trying to pursue some dream but is still unsure about what it might turn out to. Will they be successful or not? What is your one message to all those young seekers out there?
I really do not want you to give up just because you failed and you fell. For me, मेरी greatness, मैं यहाँ तक आई हूँ, आप लोगों से बात कर रही हूँ. It happened much later in my life, जब लोग बोलते हैं कि ठीक है अब तो बहुत लेट हो गया, अब तो ख़त्म हो चुका है. और मैंने अपना मेडल अपनी कंट्री के लिए जीता at the age of 40 when everybody had written me off. They had literally written me off कि ठीक है 38 पे शुरू किया था, 40 पे क्या हो सकता है इससे. तो मैंने अपना मेडल 40 पे जीता. And can you believe it? When I say that it's never too early and definitely not too late to dream a dream, because मेरे में ड्रीम अभी भी है. I still dream, I still aspire to be on that stage. And I'm going to do it. I will be 50, yes, but you know what? I will bring the best package to this date. I will be my best version, and mark my words, I'm going to win a medal for the country. Oh my God. So I have never stopped dreaming. How can you? You're not dead. Till you're not dead, keep moving forward. चाहे वो आधा कदम क्यों ना हो, चाहे वो एक कदम क्यों ना हो, at least you're moving forward. अगर आप क्विट कर रहे हो तो फिर तो आपका कोई चांस ही नहीं है ना विन करने का. आप कभी विन कर ही नहीं सकते हो. In order to win or in order to learn, you have to move forward. So stop क्विटिंग फॉर गॉड से कितनी बार उसे रीस्टार्ट करोगे, इट्स फाइन रीस्टार्ट, बट never quit. Keep moving forward even if it is just one tiny step forward.
Thank you so much. I mean, I am inspired right now. I just want to go out and just do something right now. And I think that is how our listeners feel. So thank you so much to our lovely audience and ma'am for joining us today and inspiring all of us today. Stay tuned, guys, and we'll be back with a better podcast and next podcast.